Hey everyone, welcome to SarteK programming. This is the fourth video of this playlist, and if you haven't checked the first three videos, do check them out. Today we will be covering the topic if-else statements in Python. If-else statements are useful when we have to take a decision. For instance, if it is not raining, we will go to school, else we will just stay home. And when it comes to programming, there will be a lot of scenarios when we must use if-else statements. So for example, if there's a question like write a program to find if the number entered by user is positive or negative. In this case, there's a decision to be made if the number is positive or negative. So we don't have any other option than to use if and else. So if else is one of the most important topics when it comes to programming. So how do we solve this question to check if the number is positive or negative? So if the number is greater than 0, it is positive, and if the number is smaller than 0, it's negative. So this is how we make use of if-else statements. Now let's see some more examples. So in this example, we have to check if person is eligible for driver's license or not. In general, we are eligible for driver's license when we turn 18. So I've written it here that if the age of that person is greater than or equals to 18, he is eligible for driver's license, or he is not. So in this case the age is 18, and since it is greater than or equals to 18, we will go inside this block and we will print eligible for driver's license. See, and if we write age like 7, so if the person is 7 years old, he won't be eligible. So we will go inside else block. Now look at the syntax. We have to write this if, and then we don't really need to write this parenthesis. We can actually not write it and it will still work the same, but it's a good practice to enclose this inside parenthesis. Okay, so I will recommend it to use parenthesis, even though you can just ignore it. So then after this we have to give colon, and you see this in Python there's indentation, so we have to give 4 spaces or 1 tab. So like we have to give this space so that Python understands that whatever we write here is inside the if block. Okay, and if I don't write it like this, if I write it like this will give me an indentation error. See, this is already in red, but I will still run it, and you see we have got an indentation error. So we need to press a tab here or give 4 spaces like 1, 2, 3 and 4, and this will work perfectly fine. And then we have to write else part. This else part is not compulsory. We can ignore this and this will work just fine, but we won't get any output. See, age is 7, we didn't get any output, but for age greater than 18 we will get output that the person is eligible. So now let's look at the other examples. So here we are making a decision based on which day it is. If the day is Monday, we will go to school. If it is Friday, we will just watch movie, and if otherwise we will play cricket. So here you see we have added one more element, and it is else if. This elif means else if, and this is how we write elif. So if there are multiple conditions, when there are multiple conditions, we use this elif. And now since the day is Monday, this condition will get evaluated to true and we will print go to school. See, so we got go to school. If I change the day to, let's say, any other day other than if I change it to Friday, we will get watch movie, and if I change it to any other day, let's say Saturday, so we will get play cricket. Okay, but now if we have to change the question to, but now if we change the scenario that if we want to go to school if it is Monday, Tuesday or Wednesday, and we want to watch movie if it is Thursday and Friday, and we want to play cricket if it is Saturday and Sunday. So how do we do this? So we can either add multiple else if, so we can do like we can do something like this, where I have added multiple else if, but if you see, the body inside all these three statements is same. We have just printing go to school in all of these three cases, so we don't really need to do this. This will increase the line of codes, and this will make the code not readable. So what's the other way? If you remember, in the last video, in the operators video part 1, I have said that logical operators are extremely useful when it comes to if-else statements. So we will see the usage of it here in this video. So here, instead of writing multiple else if statements, I have written or day equals to Tuesday or day equals to Wednesday. So this is now more readable, and we have our code is not redundant now. We have just written this print go to school only one time. So this is a good practice to use logical operators when we have to perform same options for multiple cases. And here we can write or day equals to, and see, sequence doesn't matter inside this, so I can write Thursday here, it won't be an issue. And now we are done. So if it is Saturday, we are playing cricket. If it is Thursday, we are watching movie. Okay, now let's look at one more example. One more thing that I said in the previous video is that the membership operators are useful when it comes to lists, when we are dealing with the list. So let's see the demonstration of it. So as I said, this is how we initialized the list in Python with the square brackets, and here we have a list of numbers, and we have to check if the number entered by the user is present in our list or not. So now I have not told you how to take input in Python. So if you have to take string input, you can name variable anything of your wish, but I'm writing more readable names. So if you have to take string as an input, what we have to do is we have to just write like this, and this is it, done. This will prompt the user to enter something. But if you want to give a message as well, so we have to write like this, enter a string, right? We can write any message here. So this is for string input, and if you have to take integer input, what we have to do is we have to just you can name anything. I will here write integer input and enter a number. So only difference what we have to do is we have to wrap this input inside int. So we have to write int and we have to close. So it's done. Prompt user with a message to enter a number, and if he use and if he enters anything other than number, we'll get an error. So like if I for the first time we have to enter a string, so I will enter SarteK, and then we have to enter number. So if I instead of number, if I entered SarteK again, see, it gave me error. So here we have to enter a number in second case. So in first case SarteK is okay, in second case 87 is okay, and now this is our example. So I will remove this and we will start with our example now. So I will run this. Okay, so in our example, the user will input a number between 1 to 20, and we have to check if the number is present in the list or not. So let's say I have run this and see this backslash n means that this prompt will come on the next line. If you've seen during the other two inputs, prompt was coming here. Here we have to enter a number here. Okay, so that's the difference that this backslash n makes. So now in this case I will input a number which is already present. So like let's say 5. So since 5 is already present, I will hit enter, and we've got number found because 5 was present in this list. And if I enter something that is not present, if I enter 7, we get number not found. So how this works is here we have initialized a list and we have added some numbers. With the help of this line, we are prompting the user to enter a number between 1 to 20, and then we are checking if num in list. And if you've seen my membership operators video, what this does is it checks if this number is present in this list. This num means the number entered by user is present in this list. Okay, if it is, evaluated to true, we will go inside if and we will print number found. If it is evaluated to false, we will go inside else and we will print number not found. But there's a catch in this video, and there will be a lot of questions when you will have to deal with this issue. And the issue is, see here I'm saying that enter number between 1 to 20, but for some reason if the user inputs anything else like let's say 78, we get number not found, which is okay, which is right, number is not present in the list. But there's no way that this number is gonna be present in the list in the first place, because we are just saying that this list contains the number between 1 to 20 only. So if user inputs something that we don't want him to input, like the number greater than 20, so we can say, we can throw a message like we can write something like this: if num is greater than 20. So if num is greater than 20, we'll print invalid input. So user will check again and he will understand. Okay, if you notice, we still got this number not found. And why is that? It is because this else is for this if. So if this condition is false, it will get here. But if we have to we don't have to check further if this number is greater than 20. So for that, what we will have to do is we will have to write else if here. So if this condition is true, we will print invalid input, and the control won't go to the following lines. We will just return it from here. So we won't get this number not found now. If I write 99, we got invalid input. Okay, so that's how if else statements work. These are the most fundamental and most useful concept when it comes to programming. And thanks for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.